videos, perhaps, and it's really a bit of a waste of time. It could be supplied separately, but you're supposed to have these packages that say, oh, well, you get this and this number of icons and this number of wallpapers, and people tend to latch on to these quantities and try to think, what is the value I'm getting out of this thing?
Well, I think, like I said, I believe now, I've just pulled up another page, so I think looking at it now, it might have been something provided by the shop that I bought the machine from. And when I say, just so that I don't get a load of silly emails accusing me of claiming that some virtual female managed to destroy my installation of a piece of software just because I deleted her, I'll make it clear that was said in jest, and it was in my blind Windows 95 days that I probably deleted the wrong file as well as all the video files, and that's why the program broke. It was just, I like to think out of spite, she deleted my program, she ruined my installation. So I made that clear before I get abuse via email. Can I end on a little bit of advice, please, Roy? Because if anybody's thinking of looking up what we were just talking about, I would strongly suggest you don't type in Talking Woman Windows 95, because it doesn't quite take you to what you're expecting. I was trying to find a bit more information on this virtual lady, and I'd probably
what's going to happen when you say that now.
Yeah. Well,
yeah,
there you
that was
it's nothing too. It's nothing vulgar. It's just not what I expected. So we'll leave it there. Roy, have you got a track for this evening? Otherwise, I'll make a suggestion.
Probably. I suppose we haven't decided recently what kind of tracks we use, and by default, we usually use the opening track. One point, I hope you don't mind me, one point I was going to make very fast is I get lots of feedback on the previous show, and that's to do with the way people download the show. People with slow connections used to have some issues because in my in the site I run along with along with some people, we run a cache server. It's called Varnish, and Varnish is having some settings to override what you usually get with Apache. So Varnish sits in front of the server and it tries to serve the files in a more efficient way and gives you cached versions of pages recently delivered, so it will give you up-to-date versions. And one of the things it does is it will try to give you the OGG files or the MP3 files without touching the server. So lots of people ask me why I don't give any stats anymore. Well, I don't really know the stats because I only get access to the Apache side of things. I don't really see what the proxy or what the caches do. And I can only try and estimate what happens based on what I see on the Apache server, things like download numbers, and usually I think recently it's something like 10,000 a week or something downloads of the files. And one of the things that happen, and perhaps we have lots of unsuccessful downloads, is if a person takes longer than about 10 minutes to download the file, it will be hung up on by Varnish, because Varnish has a certain timeout deficiency or limitation or things like that, which are really extremely hard to change. So we're going to fix this very soon, and the way we'll do that is we'll put the files, the audio files, in a separate subsite with different settings and no proxy in place, and they will just be delivered in a normal way. You can just resume a download. You can just download something, stop, and then resume from the same point, which you couldn't do before. So we fixed this issue. When it comes to the music at the end, we usually try and arrange a song that we can freely and legally share. I'm not sure if you have any.
No, I mean, what I was going to ask or suggest was that we look at the show before last. We posted Marty's track. Really excellent piece of work, and it's really quite humbling when somebody takes the time to produce something specifically for a project of your own. So, like I said to Marty at the time, very, very grateful, and I think it's great. We are, hopefully, when we get some time, going to be speaking with Marty, because we want to implement different sort of parts of music, different breakpoints during the show, in order to separate up a little bit clearer. And that's something we want Marty to be involved in. And I would love Marty's track to be played again for the end of this show, for those that maybe didn't catch it the last time. I think one of the things we've done over the last couple of weeks is the shows have been quite irregular. So in terms of been on different days and maybe come a day later or a day earlier, and sometimes there's been 2 in a week. So I think there might be people who have missed one and then realise, well, I'll just get the latest episode and not bother with the one before that. So I would like, if it's okay with you, Roy, if we played that track again, for the people that didn't hear it first time round, say thank you to Marty again. And for his excellent work, and I hope people check out the links on the show notes to his site and see what else he's up to. Very nice chap, known him for quite a while. He's on Twitter, he's in the IRC channel occasionally, and floats around Usenet occasionally as well. So thanks, Marty.
TechBytes. TechBytes. Celebrating awesome, exposing NUD and underhanded practices of some proprietary companies. Celebrating awesome, exposing NUD and underhanded practices of some proprietary companies. TechBytes. 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 Celebrating awesome, exposing NUD and underhanded practices of some proprietary companies. Celebrating awesome, exposing NUD and underhanded practices of some proprietary companies. TechBytes. TechBytes.